Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, this morning, it was looking good. Bitcoin was coming up. We had a decent CPI reading, but then boom, Bitcoin dumped down suddenly. Why did this happen? Let me explain and tell you exactly what's going on. Let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are hanging in there. I'm waiting for the Lakers game. Waiting for Golden State to be eliminated from the playoffs. But this is what Bitcoin looks like right now. You could see. I mean, this morning it went up. We were doing good. And then boom. Why? Right? I was wondering why. I think most of you guys are wondering why. Right? Was it because the stock market turned? Not really. NASDAQ was actually up today. Right? We had inflation reading. CPI showed 4.9%, right? That came in below expectations, so that's good. So that's why things actually kind of rallied today, right? So, I mean, when you have lower inflation, beating expectations, that's normally a good thing, right? So why did Bitcoin suddenly dump? Well, again, you got way too many people that have way too much power that spread FUD. That's it. So today, people mistakenly thought that the U.S. government, who holds a ton of Bitcoins due to the Silk Road closure and the Bitcoin from Silk Road seized, right? People thought the U.S. government was dumping Bitcoin. I saw these address traces and all this stuff, and people thought, oh my God, I gotta get out. Right? So here's a guy that's talking about we're nuking because it's the address tagged by Arkham as Silk Road moving Bitcoin, but I'm not sure whether it's accurate. Arkham seems to be causing a lot of FUD. They had something else the other day that caused some FUD and caused a huge drop-off, and then it turned out to be a mistake. And again, this was a mistake. It was tagged wrong. The address that was tagged as Silk Road, supposedly, it's just not tagged right. It's just not tagged right. So, user mistake. They tagged the address based on Pentoshi's speculative tweet and alerted them, and they forgot it was manual versus auto tag. Well, basically, bottom line is, again, you have one analytics company that's tracking wallets, mislabeled, and everyone looked at it and just caused a whole bunch of FUD and panic dumping. So, I mean, I honestly feel like, these guys need to be held accountable. They're wiping out billions upon billions of value just with a mistake tweet, right? Or maybe they're not the ones responsible. The ones that follow these Twitter accounts that automatically assume everything they read is 100% correct, and then they start dumping, maybe they're the ones that should be held accountable. I feel like Twitter, it's just like this notion, this joke, right? If you read on the internet, it must be true. I feel like people do the same thing with Twitter now. People feel like, oh, if you read it on Twitter, it has to be true. Like, very little people actually fact check before taking action. And unfortunately, that's what happened today. It's just that simple. It's like, and then finally people start fact checking. Here's Will Komet saying, well, this doesn't show the U.S. government's really selling anything. You don't see any massive dumping. It's around the same, right? So obviously it's not. It's not the case. But again, something like this caused Bitcoin to dump, and now there's a little bit more fear. When this morning we were at 28.2, and now we're back below 28 again, right? That's unfortunately the situation. Just too many people think that Twitter is the ultimate news source, and everything posted must be true. Just like with meme coins too. Some people would tweet about meme coins and skyrocket it. Some people have purposely did it, they did it on purpose. And then they say, well, I was just doing it as a joke. Nothing I say is financial advice, so why would you listen to me? I mean, there's just a lot of things going on Twitter. Anyways, this is on Twitter. So you have Mr. Sherman, who basically admitted that the government prints money out of thin air, but it's okay because it's the government. right? So let's listen to this. Let's listen to this real quick. All right.
Crypto bros make money literally by making money, and they've made over $1 trillion out of thin air. They'll accuse the U.S. government of making money out of thin air. Maybe we do, but we're the U.S. government.
So, I don't know if that's a good defense. Maybe we do. Maybe we do mint money out of thin air, but it's okay because we're the government. Basically, what he's saying is like, you can trust us. You know, you don't have to worry about us. Well, since we're the U.S. government, we can print however much we want, right? And we're not going to suffer inflation or hyperinflation or devaluing of people's dollars. No, don't worry about those things. We could just print unlimitedly. That's exactly what we have been doing, and that's why we have this debt crisis, debt ceiling crisis, right? Because we want to print more, and there's a cap for it until they lift the cap, and then there's no more cap, and then they could just print infinitely. Okay. Well, not a solid argument. Not a solid argument. Tether reserves came out today. I don't know if this is a good thing. Tether, created by iFinix, which is the parent company of Bitfinex, never, always so much controversy. So much, right? So even though there was a lot of FUD against USDC because there should be FUD against them because they stored $3 billion on Silvergate, right? And had Silvergate not been bailed out, they would have lost $3 billion. So I get that. But Tether has always been very controversial. No one could verify their assets or reserves, right? So supposedly some accounting firm looked at it. And yes, even though they have a lot of assets, they're very questionable. Things that move often. For example, $53 billion in U.S. Treasury bills, which you think is solid, right? But a lot of banks went under because they held on too many Treasury bills that they couldn't sell because if they do, it would be at a loss, right? So Treasury bills may seem like they're equivalent of dollars. They're really not. So you got $53 billion in Treasury bills, and then you got all these other ones, right? But what about actual cash? Only $481 million, which is very little out of their overall supply, right? And then you got others. They're holding on Bitcoin, $1.5 billion Bitcoin. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's $1.5 billion out of circulation. However, it's not awesome because Bitcoin fluctuates, right? So you shouldn't actually use that as a reserve for the number of UST out there. But nevertheless, they have it. They also have precious metals. They also hold gold. They hold physical gold bars, about $3.4 billion worth of bars. Interesting. Also corporate bonds, other investments. What's other investments? No one knows. It's not broken up. Secure loans, again, no one knows the deals on them, right? So it's not really cash. They have a lot of other assets, which, yes, have value, but those value swings left and right. So, I mean, this whole thing should all be converted to cash. That's it. Tether has an $82 billion market cap. So they should have $82 billion worth of cash. Okay? Not all these other stuff. Because if they did need to liquidate, if there was a massive exodus of, let's say, $40 billion or $80 billion, they would not be able to hand out that money because a lot of it is locked into loans and other investments, right? Corporate bonds, which may go under this small amount, right? But then the treasury bills, whether or not they could really sell those off and get equivalent money back, no, right? So this is the reason why Tether has always been kind of iffy. And plus, Bitfinex borrowed from Tether once upon a time, and then iFinix had to come out with another token, Leo token, to make up for the borrowed funds, which is $800 million. I mean, just go look up the history. There's so much shenanigans that happened. It's quite surprising that they did not do a FTX and collapse and bring down the whole crypto market because of all the shenanigans that they've pulled over the years. So, I mean, unfortunately, we're in this situation. It's like a lot of people don't trust USDC anymore. I still think they're more trustworthy than USDT because you just don't know what may happen. But anyways, just want to bring that up. You know what? As for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is still the way. It's still moving. We had a little FUD today due to, again, FUD spread on Twitter. But overall, you know what? We are still moving according to pattern. And it's just a matter of time before we break out. Today I had a Twitter Spaces. I didn't remind you guys. I should have, but I did post it, tweet it. Had a good conversation today about Bitcoin, ordinals, network congestion, inscription, all these good things. Had really good discussions on Twitter. Make sure you guys tune in. But one of the things, I invited Tim from Invest Bros. He also has a channel, but one of the things he says, and a lot of people say this, is that leading up to this summer, we're going to have a massive run, just like in 2019, possibly up to like 50,000 before selling off, then coming back up again, exactly like 2019. I'm still waiting for that to happen. He's not the only one that thinks that. There's a lot of TA guys that also think that 50,000 is right around the corner. We'll see. We will see. But one thing's for certain, facts remain that the fundamentals of Bitcoin has never, ever, ever, ever been better. And exchanges, they have less and less and less and less Bitcoins in their reserves. In fact, this is the lowest level since December of 2017. And this continues on. I mean, the supply just keeps plummeting on the exchanges. It's becoming more and more scarce, right? Don't let the big boys, don't let the institutions and banks gobble up all the money to take away your financial freedom, right? Don't let the other countries and BlackRocks of the world and Fidelities of the world eat up all the Bitcoin. Save some for yourself. Bitcoin's only getting scarcer. Just think about it. Demand is only going up and supply is getting scarcer. Supply, demand, price is going to do this over time. It's really that simple. All right, what else is going on? Uniswap, 1 trillion trading volume, absolutely huge, right? Why is this? Well, every single meme coin is basically hitting Uniswap. That's probably a reason. Pepe's volume alone on Uniswap is probably like close to 1 trillion, right? But anyways, Uniswap is the biggest DEX, ton of volume, so they deserve that. But you know, speaking of meme coins, Pepe, Gemini jumped in. I believe they are the very first American exchange that actually allows Pepe buying and trading. I believe. I don't think Binance.us have it or Coinbase or Kraken. And you can see their tweets. Nothing but Pepe. All Pepe. Right? So they're really high up on Pepe trying to get people involved. And obviously all the other foreign exchanges already listed it. Meme coins definitely very hot right now. There are a ton. And even on Bitcoin, BRC20. With ordinals, inscriptions. You have Pepe on Bitcoin now too. It's just absolutely exploding. And I think it's good because, again, it brings usage to Bitcoin in terms of BRC20 standard. Brings more usage to Bitcoin, which is great. It's causing some excitement, right? Even though we know we can't rely on meme coins to pump up to the moon, right? And there's no utility. We all know that. But everyone in the chat kind of agrees with me. At least it's something to look forward to. It's something exciting. You may want to take a gamble, right? And it's risky, but it's there at least. So there's some excitement. Otherwise, you know, you just have a whole bunch of depressed people. And you have to look forward to Bitcoin. So yeah, there's those things. Also, you know, Elon is joining the fun, trying to cause excitement. He tweeted this meme, NFT, and then it blew up. It absolutely blew up Now has a floor price of like 5 ETH or 5.6 ETH in floor price. It was a collection basically that no one cared about, but Elon tweeted one time and then it exploded every single piece in the collection. Again, causing excitement. But, where's all the Doge stuff, right? Doge fans are like, Elon, what about us? Where's all this utility you promised? What about sending Doge to the moon or in space? What happened to all these things, right? What about integrating Doge into Twitter as a payment source or for tipping, right? There's zero mentions about Doge. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, that is all. That is all. Today is DCA day. Today is Wednesday, right? I think it's DCA day. It is. I pulled it up. Unfortunately, we're down a little bit from last week because Bitcoin fell down. So you could see 1 week performance down 7%. Not so good, but it's okay. DCA, long term, right? Over a long haul, DCA is the way and will win. And we will see this go back to green. It's just a matter of time. But I have to decide what to DCA in. It's actually good to DCA today because I've been DCAing on the way up, which has not been good. But, you set a schedule and then you forget it. So this week, I'm just going to put $100 into Pepe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. What is Pepe at, though? I'm just curious. It's at 58 and it's down, yeah. You know what? Pepe could still, it could still come up like sheep. You'd have to give it time. But I'm not going to be DCA into Pepe. Bitcoin, obviously, because it's down, right? Ethereum is down. Everything's really down. I think I DCA'd into Arbitrum last week. I mentioned Doge in here. I got Doge and Sheeb. I got a lot of suggestions. A lot of suggestions for meme coins. Matic. Matic is actually a good one. Matic sold off like crazy. Only 87 cents. Yeah, I think Matic's a good target. They've been struggling hard, and I still don't know why. BNB also has not been moving much. Yeah, so it's natural to put in Polygon. Maybe I put a little Polygon. What else? Sue, Sheeb, no. I don't know. I'm gonna put Bitcoin. 20 out of the $100, I'm gonna put $25 in Bitcoin, $50 in Polygon, and then I'm gonna put $25 in Pepe, just for the hell of it, just to add it in here. How about that? All right, let's do this. Let's do $25 in Bitcoin. Oh boy, it can't even, there's not enough zeros here. It won't let me do it. All right, so it'll be point, all right, 00. Oh, this is actually $50. The calculator can't do it. I'm just gonna do $50 in there. $50 in Bitcoin. All right, and then Polygon, do $25. $28.8. All right, and then let's add a brand new one. Pepe. Look at Mick Pepe. Pepe. There's so many. There's so many. Let's just go Binance. Let's do $25. 0.00000185. How many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, my eyes are not good. Man, I'm gonna be rich from this. 13,513,513. There you go. All right, so Pepe's down here, $25, and then I added $25 into Polygon and $50 in Bitcoin. Good breakdown. Good breakdown. All right, let's do some Q&A. Brent is asking me to look at Kramer. Is he even listed? Kramer coin? Is this it? Or there's another one? I don't know. There's so many. I've been on Dex Tools so much, kind of looking at random ones. There's so many. Everyone is coming out with a new one every day. Eli, I love FUD George. Every time BTC dips, I buy stacking sats and no fear. Good job. Good job. That's the way to do it. Samurai Saint. I'm not gonna repeat what you just said. Have you ever, Joseph asks, have you ever participated in crypto pre-sale? What do you think about AI Doge pre-sale? I don't know. I have participated in pre-sale. I did a lot in like 2017, 2018, and they all ended up really bad. The only good one was Arweave. So, and some in 2020, 2021, also they just died. So pre-sales, be careful. These projects all look great, right? And then a lot of them just dump to nothing. I don't know anything about AO Doge. I don't know, that sounds like a meme coin. Grady, thank you. I didn't see you in there. Maybe next time you could join in. Adam Scott asks, I want to convert my altcoins to BTC. Should I wait for the bull, then trade for BTC, or cash out near the top of the bull cycle, hold cash, and then buy BTC during bear? Well, obviously, right, you got to have cash to buy at the bottom. So whether you sell at top or you sell now, you take profits on the way up, just have that cash pile ready so you don't have to time it. No one could know when the top comes or the bottom comes. It's just everyone's guessing, right? So you can convert your alts to Bitcoin now, but Bitcoin is so strong, so it may flip back to the alts soon, right? I don't think so. I actually think Bitcoin will probably continue to be strong until after a halving event, and then like towards the top, then alts get a lot stronger. That's how it usually is. I would say just DCA more into Bitcoin if you feel like you need more Bitcoin. Why Pepe before Bone token? Bone just like, it's the official like, what's it? Is it official? You pay in Bone on Shibarium, but there's no dApps on Shibarium. So then what's the point? I don't know. There's just I don't know what the I don't think Sheep needs 3 tokens. I don't think they need Bone and Leash and Sheep. They should have just stuck with 1. I don't know why they had 3 or created 3. I don't know. Luciano, very nice choice on DCA. You're the guy. Thanks for every information you bring for us. You're welcome, and thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Sometimes it's tough. But we'll get through it. Things are definitely not as tough as earlier this year when we were below 20,000 at like 16, 17,000. Just think about it that way. Darren says, I would send you money, but I bought more Arbitrum. That's probably the better move. I appreciate it, but better move. How many of you guys welcome if I come out with a George coin? I had one before. It got shut down by Rally. But what if I came out with a George meme coin? Would you guys enjoy that? I've been debating that. I don't want to get no call from Gary, but it'd just be a fun thing to do because some people have asked for it. I don't know. In meme season, it might do good. Let's see. Is there a George coin in here? There's a George token. Who stole that from me? Oh, it's 13,000 market cap. Well, it's okay. I'll still call it George. Supposedly it takes like 10 minutes to generate ERC20 token. I'll be able to generate real quick. You know, the thing is, you can't even dump it. So a lot of these guys, and if I create one, this is what I'm going to do. It's like basically you put like 95%, you lock it into Uniswap. So you can't touch it. It's just there for liquidity. And then a 5% you lock, right, for like development and stuff like that. So, I mean, a lot of these guys, you can't dump even if they wanted to. The most they hold is like 5%. At least the newer meme coins. The older ones, they could still hold over 50% of the circulation. Pepe George. I am Lappy. Appreciate that. Yes, cuss like a sailor. Yes, I'm going to tell you ahead of time. I'm coming out with it just so I can rug you. Come on now. Sponge, that's an older one. Someone said to me, major tokens are on ETH. They said if one agency takes out ETH, they're taking out 45% of all coins. Maybe they're waiting for that. Who are waiting for that? That's probably true. Most are ERC20 tokens. I would say probably more than 45%. Out of this 24,000 cryptos up here, you see a top left-hand corner, I have no doubt probably like at least, if I had to guess, probably like 70% is ERC20 based. So if Ethereum gets taken out, 75% of that gets taken out. To be honest, though, there is one meme coin that I think has promise, and some of you guys already know what it is. I see it in the chat, so you guys are catching on. There is one that looks like it has promise, but I don't really want to say it because I don't want to be like contributing to a pump, but it does look pretty good to me. I've seen reports how easy it is to steal someone's deed to a house. It's scary. I look forward to legal docs and blockchain. Is it really? Is it really that easy to steal someone's deed? I don't think that's that easy. I don't know. I've never heard someone say that you know, I got my house deed stolen and now I don't own my house anymore. Jay, no, I'm not talking about that one. Jay, I'm not talking about the one Jay is saying. Xavier, what do you think about my allocation? Bitcoin 88%, Polygon 5, ETH 4, ADA 2. I mean, you can't go wrong with 100% Bitcoin, which is essentially what you have. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's just a matter of what you want. If you want to be heavy in Bitcoin, nothing wrong with that. Grady, no, it's not. It's not that one either. Some people got it. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about it. It's actually very popular. We need a utility in crypto aside from memes. Hush for privacy and ZK Sync. Lots of gems before the bull run. Hoping they airdrop like ARB. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are using ZK Sync because they want to get airdrop the tokens. Hush? Which hush are you talking about? There's like 3 hushes. Carolus. I can't say. I don't want to be contributing to any pumps, okay? The only clue I can give, I'll give you one clue and that's it. And people either know it or they won't. And I said at the beginning. It's a Disney movie. All right, guys. That's it. Overall, I think today we got a big scare for no reason. Due to some FUD. We'll recover. We'll recover. So stay strong, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.